Hi, Sean here, and today we're going to talk about synthetic backgrounds. So what I have here is an IR spectra single beam, and we're going to go ahead and show you the two ways that NuWave has to create a synthetic background from this single beam. The first one I want to show you is called this iterative averaging. This is nice and simple. It just requires one input number here. What this is the number of iterations, and it's best described if I just went ahead and showed you. So I'm going to hit try, and we'll see the gray trace of our background, which has removed all of the absorption, is the idea here. To get an idea of what the iteration counter does, if I increase this value to say 1000, you'll see that the iteration count has increased so that the amount of more large blobby features are removed even more. So this is going to take a little bit of trial and error. If you've got a lot of heavy compounds that are very broadly absorbing, you'd probably want this number to be larger. If you're looking for more light, very narrow features, then maybe something more like 500 would suffice. And because we're going to show you two examples, I'm going to go ahead and hit clone and apply. And you'll see here the background that was generated using the iterative averaging technique. Now for a second, let's go back to here. I'll show you the second form. This is the cubic spline. To save time, I've gone ahead and already set all my knots. You basically would right click in regions in which there is no absorption. Let's try. And you'll see that those will create these knots, and this is more of a manual technique. It takes time, it's very tedious, but you can really get in there and get it exactly how you want it. The only issue with this one is if you have some unknowns that you are not expecting that happen to absorb right on one of these knots, then you can really throw off your spline fit. So be careful there. Let's go ahead and hit clone and apply. I'm going to move this off so we can see it. There's our new background. So now we have two different ways to create backgrounds. Let's see what they look like in absorbance space. Go over to here, go to ratio. So we'll do the iterative averaging one first. That would be this background. We'll divide him, base 10, clone and apply. We'll go back to our this, and then we'll look at the cubic spline. And here we go. Here are our absorbances made from a synthetic background. Now, if you want to do this in a live collection setting, if you were to just save either of these two synthetic backgrounds that were made, and then in the setup collection page, you would load one of these in for your background, and then you would select the synthetic background option, and then it will use either the spline knots or the iterative averaging approach, depending upon which one of these you've selected as your background. Thanks, and as always, I'll see you next time.